For our electronic art build, we decided we would build a musical instrument out of
a computer,
an arduino kit,
a laser pointer,
and a cat.
So guys, what kind of got us down this road? Like, how did we end up with this idea?
Me and my brother are both obsessed with cats.
And so, we had tried to capture cat motion, and I came up with the idea of, dipping his paws in paint and using a laser pointer to, make him do all sorts of crazy stuff.
And I was like, no, that's going to be way too messy. And I don't want a cat tracking paint all over my house. So I kind of thought of similar on that idea, but maybe instead of paint, we could somehow figure out how to map the cat's motion as music or sounds. So what came out of that?
Well, I know that Joshua was talking. Then Joshua was just "Oh, let's use a theremin, a theremin. We could use something like that."
So what was that?
DuckTales theremin. Mom totally thinks I'm making stuff up. She Googles it. It's a real thing.
Yeah, so it's a thing, a theremin. I've never heard of this before, guys. You got to Google it and check it out. It's I'm obsessed with the theremin now. So it's actually an electronic instrument that uses the human body, specifically your hand, and the air and an antenna. And those three things together make a capacitor. And so this device uses the fluctuation in the electrical signal that's created when you move your hand. You're basically you're moving one plate of the capacitor and changing the distance across the capacitor. So that makes the electrical signal fluctuate, and that makes it make different sounds, which is crazy. It was invented with we Googled it, and it was invented in 1919 by a Russian scientist whose name was Leon Theremin. And he actually invented the Russian version of the television, which I thought was kind of cool. And he called his musical instrument the etherphone, but now everybody just calls it the theremin after him. So what did we we were in love, right?
Yeah, and the best part is that it's the perfect COVID instrument because you don't have to touch it to play it.
So we decided we were gonna make
a Catemin.
So this kind of also was a really good fit too, because there's this connection between our cat and music. It started years ago. I had read the kids this book. It's called Quetzal, the Cat Who Composes. And there was this Jewish composer in New York City, and he entered there was this short composition contest, and he was having a really hard time coming up with a piece. And he had found this cat in the alley and adopted him. And so he's working on this. He named him Quetzal, which is Yiddish for kitten. And the cat walked across his keyboard, and the guy was like, "Oh my gosh, that's it." And he wrote down the notes the cat had played on his piano, and he entered that as his piece. And it actually won an honorary mention award. And this is a true story. So it's actually, I was in love with that too. I was like, oh my gosh, that's such a cute name. And if we ever get another cat, we should totally name him Quetzal after this cat in the book.
And then my brother had gotten a little cat stuffy from Six Flags, and it looks a lot like the cat in the book, so he named it Quetzal.
Either a skunk.
And so then, fast forward to eventually we get a cat.
We named him Quetzal. And
because again, he looks completely like the cat in the book.
We look at the picture of him, and we're just like, oh my gosh, it looks exactly like Quetzal, the cat who composed. So that is why our cat is so connected to music.
Yeah, he's totally named after a biography of an actual cat who composed music, and award-winning cat, right?
It's his destiny.
So, what's our plan? What are we gonna do?
Well, we were
So we're going to use, what are we going to use to activate? Like, what are we going to do?
Yeah, we're going to activate our Catemin by using a laser pointer to like activate the cat.
So that's going to like make the cat like pounce and run around and play, right?
Yeah, and make all sorts of like fun to watch movements in general.
And Joshua, what do we do next? What do we do with that now that our cat is moving around?
Now that our cat is moving around, we basically put him on this arduino theremin thing, where then as he's jumping around all like this on the theremin thing, chasing after the laser pointer, it's going to make sound, hopefully music.
So how are we actually going to capture the cat's motion? What kind of sensor did we decide on?
Oh, we decided on something like...
It was like an ultrasonic
Yeah,
sensor,
it was
right?
an ultrasonic proximity sensor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that it would map his movement into music, and it would be so funny to like video going all like this all over Theremin.
Because like the ultrasonic sensor, what we can use it to do is measure like the distance from the sensor to the cat, right? And so that'll
Yeah.
vary as he plays. And then we can use that data to feed it into something on the computer.
It like makes sound depending on what the sensor says. Like, whoa.
Exactly. Which is like really cool. So a cat-based theremin where like we did some internet research, right? And we did find people that used like had put up videos of their cat playing with their theremin, right? And we also found
Nothing like ours.
we also did find, like, we're totally new to Arduino. So we did find some builds and code that we can use. Like other people have used an ultrasonic sensor to make a theremin before, right?
Yeah, they really have.
But what's different is that in those, like, people were just using their hand to play it, or people had a theremin that was, you know, they bought and their cat played around with it. But we are actually going to have the cat play the theremin, but then...
We are the puppet master.
We are controlling the cat.
So a Catemin is an instrument that you play...
By playing your cat.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So hopefully it'll work. We'll try and get it built, and we'll make another video. Thanks, everybody.
Bye!